Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Robin. If you're new, welcome. I'm a manifestation coach. I help people transform all aspects of their life. Click down below in the description box. I have a free training on manifesting wealth. I tell you why you want to manifest wealth instead of money. And I also give you my personal affirmations for manifesting wealth. Click that link down below and go and check it out. It's about 25 minutes long. It's worth the watch. All right, let's get started. Today's video, we're going to talk about acting as if, living in the end, or getting into the vortex, the alternatives flow, quantum jumping to a parallel reality. They're all the same concepts. It's all the same thing. So what is living in the end, or acting as if, or jumping to a parallel reality? It is getting into the energy of how you would feel, how you would see yourself with the wish fulfilled. You're jumping into a parallel reality where the wish has already occurred. What it is that you desire has already occurred in a parallel timeline. If it didn't occur, you wouldn't be able to attract the thought. You wouldn't be able to have the desire if it hadn't already been created in a parallel universe by you as God. You're waking up or remembering the parallel timeline where that has been created by you for you. So living in the end, acting as if, jumping to a parallel reality, getting into the vortex, is being the energy that you want to attract. It is acting as if it's already occurred and being in a state where it's already occurred. Feeling as if it's already occurred. Not a want, not a lack, not a I need this thing so I can be happy. It's I already have this thing. It's already here. Now, I had a session with Bashar a few months ago, and he impressed throughout our conversation. It was a one-on-one conversation that I had with him. He impressed throughout the conversation about taking action. Taking action towards the wish fulfilled. He didn't use those words, but taking action towards the reality that you want to be in, that you consciously desire to be in. A lot of manifestation coaches don't talk about actions. They say do the affirmations, do the visualization, do these things, and then your manifestation is going to pop off. That is not true. They're doing you a disservice by telling you that. Now, for all of your manifestations, do you have to take action? No. But for some of them, you do have to take action. So let's just talk about getting into the energy of having the wish fulfilled, acting as if, or living in the end. What does that look like? So if you have a desire, something that you're manifesting, when you imagine having that thing that you desire, what do you look like? How do you feel? How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about the world? What does the world look like to you? What are you wearing? What are you eating? What are all of the components of that end? What does that look like? Let's say you're trying to manifest a specific person or a romantic partner. You don't really, this is where people get tripped up. We don't really want the romantic partner. We want what the romantic partner will bring to us, to our lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting a co-creator, wanting a person, like a ride or die person in your life. But be truthful with yourself. Why do you want this specific person, or why do you want the person? Because living in the end is not about living with that particular person. It's not about living with the romantic partner that you desire. And I'm just using the partner as an example. It's about how you feel having the thing that you desire. Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? Do you feel loved? Do you feel like they are affectionate? Do you feel free? Do you feel powerful? Do you feel beautiful? If you could go to the feeling of why you want the thing that you want and live in the feeling, that is what continues to attract in all of the other things that will help you feel that same way. As far as a specific person or a partnership, living in the end, you also want to ask yourself some questions. Am I ready for a full-time partner? Am I ready for the commitment? Am I ready for this person to come into my life and share my life with them? Will I be open and honest? Will I feel free to express myself? If it's someone from the past that's coming back, do I forgive them? How do we resolve conflict? How do things go down? If an old pattern comes up with this, whether it's an old person or a new person, if an old pattern comes up within the relationship, something that I've manifested in the past, how will I handle it? Are you truly prepared for the relationship to come in? Because that's living in the end. That's when you're knowing that when your manifestation hits, knowing you're confident that I got this. I created this. It's amazing. I got this. I'm confident in my manifestation. It's here. I know how to handle it. If you're bringing back someone from the past, like a person that you were dealing with, let's say they rejected you or you rejected them, have you let go of the old parallel reality? Have you let go of that old reality? Because if you're jumping into a new reality and that reality, there's no conflict, you have to make sure that you're willing to let go of that old stuff. How am I going to handle myself if an old behavior pops up? Because in the new reality, you're not creating that. If it does pop up, you need to know how to navigate it in a different way that resolves the conflict instead of separation. Are you loving and appreciating your manifestation? You don't actually have to have the relationship come in for you to just be loving and appreciating all over it. Another thing to think about, and I think this will help some people shift with their specific people. If you know that that's your person, then why aren't they there with you right now? Why are you still in the belief that they're not with you? Why do you still believe that you're not in a partnership? Why do you believe that they're not contacting you? Again, you're shifting a paradigm. You're shifting to a new reality. Living in the end is, I'm with my person. I'm with my person. It's amazing. Are you still telling other people? Are you still telling stories to your coach, to people online, anybody that'll listen to you? My boyfriend left. My girlfriend left. Hasn't spoken to me in 2 years. I want them to come back. I'm lonely. I'm this. Are you still telling that story? Because that's not living in the end. Telling the old story, talking about the old paradigm that you're leaving behind and you're getting out of, because you're moving into a new reality where you're with them. Talking about the old reality keeps the old reality, keeps that timeline open. Stop talking about the old reality. Are you tying up loose ends? So if you want a relationship and you know this person is your specific person, are you talking to other people? Are you dating other people? Are you hooking up with other people? Are you flirting with other people? I'm not calling you out on that. You do what you want to do. But living in the end is you knowing 100% this person is here. This person that we're in a committed relationship. It's here. It's done. It's done. It's done. Then what behaviors do you have going on that tell a different story? You got to get rid of those stories. You got to get rid of the behaviors of not being with a partner. What actions should you be taking? So I talked about behaviors. What are the actions that you should be taking in order to live in the end? Right? So let's talk about a business. Let's say I'm growing my YouTube channel. I'm growing my coaching business. I'm growing other streams of income. I wake up and I say, oh, I'm a viral YouTuber. And I get up and I do the things that a viral YouTuber would do. I'm a full-time coach. Well, what actions, what behaviors am I taking? How do I show up in the world? Do I act like a coach 24/7 or just in front of my clients? And then the rest of the time I'm saying, oh, I'm trying to get my coaching business. I don't have any money. I don't have my lover. I don't have this. Like, what story are you telling the other times? Because acting as if and living in the end is a 100% commitment. This is done. It's done. I'm doing some housekeeping while it's popping off. Like, that's all it is. So are you acting like a boss? Are you confident? Are you fearless? Are you a risk taker? Because that's what an entrepreneur would be. Those are behaviors of an entrepreneur. They're risk takers. They're confident. They're secure. They know every action is fruitful. Every single thing that they do brings in something for them. Brings in, it's all about energy, right? What I put out, of course, I'm always going to receive something back. So what actions are you taking in terms of, let's say, the business that you want to create? Maybe you want to move. So when I manifest, and I've manifested some massive, big time moves, right? And sometimes with zero plans, sometimes with some thorough planning. But I don't forget to love and appreciate what I have, where I'm living. I remember in my apartment in Colorado when I was manifesting my place here in California, I remember just taking out a few minutes every day to just look around and just love all over my apartment. Just love all over, Colorado. Just love all over the food or the people or the mountains. Just being appreciative in your current state, and then go into my imagination. Oh, and my new place is going to feel the same way. My new place, when I move to California, it's going to feel very similar, or it's going to feel better, or it's going to feel lighter. It's going to feel this, it's going to feel that. Little shifts like that will help you jump into that parallel reality. So let's say one of the things that you're passionate about is living in a clean environment, right? We think that we shouldn't have litter all over the place. Our society, our streets should be clear. Are you picking up garbage? Like, what actions are you taking in order to do that? You don't have to be out marching in the streets or standing in your congressman's office yelling and screaming. You could do those things. You don't have to do those things. What are you doing to create a cleaner environment today? You personally. What are you doing personally that helps contribute to that? Because the act of you cleaning up your own garbage, cleaning up your own space, maybe rounding up people in your community to say, hey, let's do a Saturday, let's just walk through the community and clean things up. That's you moving into a parallel reality where your community is taking care of itself, where you're living in a cleaner community. that you're all, as a group, as a collective consciousness, working towards a goal. That is bringing you into a new reality, a new timeline where that naturally exists and people care about where they live, how they live, what is happening in their community. That shifts you into the parallel reality where people do care about where they live versus yelling and screaming about it on social media. So those are just some examples of actions that you could be taking towards your goal. But it's about the feeling the wish fulfilled, but also being, right? Shifting into the parallel reality where the person that you desire to be, that already has the thing that you want, what are they doing? What is their normal routine? What are they doing on a daily basis? What actions are they taking? Don't forget the action piece. It's very important in terms of the bigger changes that you want to make in your life. Don't forget that action piece. There are actions that you could be taking to line up to your preferred reality. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck. Do me a favor, if you like this video, click that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video.